Hi, I'm Elly Gwyn, and welcome to the Grub Club. I am also known as the Goddess of Grub, which is where the name came from. And what I do is I help people plan easy, healthy meals in baggies. So what I do is we do those and put those in the freezers, or you make 10 of them at a workshop. And I have some girls here to help me, my girlfriends, my besties. Come on in, girls. What's more fun than cooking in the kitchen with your girlfriends with a little wine and the booby glasses? If you watched this last week, you will know what they are for. Otherwise, you'll be a surprise. It'll be good. So we are going to actually make some honey apple balsamic glazed pork with pears and onions, and you can add some carrots too. So it's one of these things where you can add whatever you want and you can't really screw it up. So
that's great.
That's what I love. Yeah, that's what
I like the no screw ups.
Yeah.
The odds are in my favor to screw up.
Right. Okay, so we are going to fold our little baggie down like this. I don't dirty bowls in my house. All I do is put everything in a baggie. It's awesome. So with the pork tenderloin, this is one of my absolute favorite things to cook. It's lean. It's cuts like butter, so it cuts like a fillet. It's very, very good, and it's good for you, which I like. So when you get a package of pork tenderloin, you take them out and you get two. So what you do is they have what we call a silver skin.
I was going to ask you about that silver thing. They asked you want silver or not.
You kind of see it. It almost looks kind of like a muscle, and you want to actually, that's the only thing in pork tenderloin you really want to cut off. You can trim it a little bit, but honestly the fat will melt and it's awesome. So we're actually making half portions today because I am single and I don't need 4 portions. So each one actually will make you 4 or 5 portions for about $3 a serving. So it's pretty awesome, and I always say you can't go to Subway for that, so you might as well eat at home, a healthy, quick, easy meal. And so, okay, Annette.
McDonald's for that.
This is my A team, Annette and Alicia.
MSG and GMO and everything.
Yeah, my A team, Annette and Alicia. So I just got
that funky jewelry.
Yeah, right. I know. We're gonna get the Mr. T jewelry. Yeah. So they are going to be helping me, and we're going to be doing some girl talk later. So you won't want to miss that. Trust me. All right. So Annette, here is the knife. Now, when you cut an onion, last week I showed you how to cut it and dice it. This week we are going to slice it. So when you see a recipe that says slice, this is what you're going to do.
I feel like an infomercial.
Isn't that sad that I never knew there was a difference?
I know.
I just know the infomercials. Dice and slice.
Pretend this is a whole onion, okay? And we're going to cut the top off, and then we are going to cut it down the middle, and we're going to flip it. Now, Annette, don't forget to move the sticker.
I have done freezer meals where the sticker was still on
the
vegetable. I'm like, oh, look at the pepper.
It's mostly on peppers. That's right. It's mostly on peppers. And I'm like, I just start cutting it.
Sticker is still
yeah,
on
you actually may want to take that off.
Is the slap chop still available? Because I know that guy
What is that?
You've never heard of the slap
No.
chop? That guy went to jail.
Okay, was that
Oh
enough?
my gosh.
Or
Okay, so then you're going to start slicing.
like this?
Absolutely.
Bigger.
Yep, that's perfect.
No,
actually,
what
perfect.
happens with that? Okay.
Well, when you have a knife that has these little ridges on it, it actually holds the food to the knife. So you can get knives without that, which is nice. But it's important to keep your knife sharp. Every time I come to her house, they're like, oh my gosh, I should have brought my knives.
Yeah, these work really good.
I know, right? Just don't cut your finger off.
I know.
Or your nails, because we can't cut the nail off.
No.
Okay, that's good. Okay, perfect. So we're going to throw that in the garbage.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to take this little...
I was going to say, that looks kind of bad.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem.
Right, cool.
So we're going to put those in there.
And I didn't even cry through that
I know, isn't that great? So you just toss them in. Alicia, would you like to put the brown sugar in?
I would.
Awesome. That's a tablespoon, because remember we're doing half portions.
Hold on.
Bang it.
There you go. All right, and this is Wild Trees All Natural Apple Balsamic Vinegar.
That's amazing. I use this.
And the reason why I use Wild Tree products really is because they're all natural, they're certified organic, they're free of GMOs, MSG, all that stuff, and you can trust that what's in it is in it, so you're not having to worry about the chemicals. All right, so we are following a recipe, and we're just going to put some grapeseed oil in. Now, we have 11 flavors of this stuff. So grapeseed oil cooks up to 420 degrees without burning, so it's awesome for the grill. It's great to cook with. I actually don't use olive oil in my house anymore.
And we
all I
don't
use
use
this.
butter. I mean, there's
Right.
a butter-flavored grapeseed oil, and there's a bacon, so we cook
Right.
our eggs in that.
That's
which
right.
makes it much healthier.
Yeah, my kids like the garlic
Yeah.
in
I
for their
use the
eggs.
garlic
They
and
love
everything.
the garlic.
I do that, and then I add garlic because garlic is food group in my house. I love
Much
it.
healthier.
So this actually does call for butter, but we've got natural today, so we're just going to go with it, right? So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that.
I can't believe how you don't measure.
Yeah, well.
I don't measure either.
And actually, you really do want to measure with this until you get used to it, because what happens is you get, when it cooks to such a high temperature, it actually stays in your pan longer, so you really don't have to add any more. So 1 tablespoon really should do your whole meal. All right, so we've got this, and then we're going to do a tablespoon and a half, because we're doing half portions of honey. So Alicia, there you go.
Okay.
Tablespoon?
I love honey.
Oh, you don't measure it.
Yeah.
Tablespoon,
I'm the only
That's
seed
1.
person here.
and then 2.
Sure, why not? Like I said, you cannot screw this stuff up, really. Okay, awesome. And then we are going to use my favorite product from Wild Tree is the Rancher Steak Rub. I hate that they call it that because it's so much more than steak. Really, I use it as salt and pepper. There's salt and pepper and garlic. And the nice thing about this, 170 milligrams of sodium versus salt at 560.
Wow.
So huge difference. You can feel good about that. And we are going to put in about a teaspoon of this. So I just sprinkle it in my hand. If you want to measure.
See, that's the problem when I don't measure and I just dump. I forget the hand process.
Is that, what is that, 170 for a tablespoon?
For a quarter teaspoon. And salt is also
wow.
560 for a quarter teaspoon. So that kind of just shows you where we got. Okay, so zippy up, and then we are going to massage our meat.
Meat massage.
I know. We could really go somewhere with that, but we're not gonna. We'll talk about that.
Keep it classy.
We'll try to.
Absolutely. There are children here. Mine.
All right, and then, okay, awesome. So what we're gonna do, now I wanna let you guys know that you can make these fresh and just use the baggie, or the whole point of doing these is to put them in the freezer. So we have our little labels, and we are going to find the right one. As soon as I find it, there it is.
Not only is it a label, it's instructions.
Yes.
Right on. So
Like,
I think
take
that's
out, put in the
important to know.
oven for 350
Yeah.
for
For
30
people like
minutes.
myself.
this is
A
425.
little help in the kitchen.
You're gonna pre-season, and then you're gonna spray your baking dish. Now, I know a lot of you will use the nonstick, the Pam or whatever brand it is that you buy, but it's really full of chemicals. So the nice thing and the best thing you can do is actually get one of these. They make several different kinds. You can get them anywhere, Bed Bath & Beyond, Williams-Sonoma, wherever.
Myers.
What
Meyer.
is it?
It's a mist.
It's a mist.
So we put our grapeseed oil in there.
And you pump it.
So we know we're getting good stuff. And we know we're getting good
Spray.
grapeseed oil, and then you just spray it.
Okay, I'm getting
So
one
that
of those
becomes-
as soon as I leave.
Right.
Well,
And-
before I would take the grapeseed oil, pour it in, and use a paper towel, and now it's just so much easier to spray.
Yeah,
I
and
love
you
it.
actually use less, which is really nice.
Right, because
All
I
right.
was
Good to know.
So then we're
dumping.
dumping. This is what we do. This is the ease of Wild Tree, ease of planning ahead, ease of meal planning, all that good stuff.
Well, and you can just pull it out of the freezer after you've had a long day, or
Right
if
on.
you've got kids at different sports throughout the
I get it out of the freezer the night before in the morning,
Yeah.
and then at night
Yep.
I'm like, I read this directions and I'm done.
So this is gonna go in the oven, like I said, at, what did we say? It was 425. And then what we're gonna do is, we're actually, you know what, Annette? I forgot, we need to do the pear. Forgot about the pear. We need
Pear?
pears first before we go in the oven. So I'm going to, who wants to do it? Don't
I'll
fight.
chop.
Don't fight over it.
Don't fight
Sorry.
over
How do you want me to cut this? Because you have a certain way you cut. I can show you my way.
Sticker first. Told you
Really?
sticker was going to be a problem.
All right.
All right, so I actually cut the top off.
Okay.
Well, actually, more of the neck. There you
Oh,
go.
watch your fingers.
I got it. I'm a professional, right?
Yeah, but she's got the knife.
All right. So then you're going to cut it in half. Now, this is the same thing you do with an apple. You don't actually have to cut the top of the apple off, but it's skinny and it kind of makes for an odd shape. So I just I like things even. I don't know what it is. I have a problem.
I feel like I'm wasting food.
So then you're going to
OCD.
Then you're going to cut it in half again. Okay. Now this is the nice thing. And when you have apple core, you know, what do you do with an apple core? Well, you've got this nice shape here. So actually you're just going to cut a slant like that. And look, the core comes right out. So super easy. And then you are just going to make some slices. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
the
Awesome. Watch the nails. So I know Annette actually has 5 boys. And so I know that she has to double all of these, and so she is cooking for an army.
All right,
basically.
so we're just throwing these on top here?
Yep, we're going to throw those on top.
Okay. And then,
you can just put them anywhere in the pan.
Okay.
Because they're going to,
and then
yep.
you pop in the oven, and
Then after that, we're going to put it in the oven.
Okay.
As soon as she gets some more pears on there. You want lots of pears because they get
nice and
soft
sweet.
and sweet and juicy, and they're very, very good. So, awesome.
Wonderful.
Now you can,
we good?
You can actually put the whole other half in there. So actually just put the whole pear on. But, for time's sake, it's going in the oven now. Perfect.
Yeah.
Could you put some more balsamic over those pears on top?
I think
just
we have
cook
enough.
down?
I think we have enough. I think it's the balsamic with
I love balsamic.
I know, it kind of reduces down and it's awesome. So we are going to let that cook, and then when we come back, we are actually going to do our little girl talk, and we're going to show you what the booby glasses are about, and we'll see you soon.
cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, I'm Mary Ann Takis. I'm a certified Christian life coach and the owner of Coaching Women for Life. As a mom who's experienced a catastrophic illness with one of her children, I understand what it's like to face significant challenges. It's my goal to come alongside women who are feeling stuck or overwhelmed to help them find clear direction and to discover hope. Contact me at my website, coachingwomenforlife.com, by phone at 419-304-0432, and be sure to like us on Facebook.
My Favorite Gardener is a full-service landscape company serving Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan since 2004. Design, installation, and maintenance, both commercial and residential, with over 25 years experience in the area. Hardscapes, including patios, walkways, retaining walls, fire pits, anything you can dream. Greenscape installation and maintenance include pruning of trees, shrubs, and perennials. We offer a long-term, low-maintenance solution for getting the garden of your dreams. My Favorite Gardener, 419-690-1026, offering practical and affordable solutions for your outdoor spaces.
Everyone knows Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Or did he? Turns out a man named Antonio Meucci actually made the first telephone. Meucci never paid the $10 fee to claim his patent on the phone. And 11 years later, Alexander Graham Bell filed his patent for the phone. Meucci died penniless and forgotten. Do you have a great idea? Call Fraser, Clemens, Martin & Miller to protect your idea with a trademark, patent, or copyright. Don't let someone else benefit from your idea. Protect it today.
Why are twice as many people choosing Verizon over any other carrier? Many choose us because we have the largest 4G LTE network. Others because of our reputation for reliability. Or maybe it's because we received J.D. Power & Associates Customer Service Award 4 times in a row. In the end, there are countless reasons, but one choice. That's powerful. Verizon.
Welcome back to the Grub Club. We are now going to do a little girl talk, but at first, I'd actually like to tell you about the wine that we're drinking. This is a Gewürztraminer. I don't know. I can't say it. It's German. Okay.
All German.
It's
really good.
it's a Pier Spark, and this actually goes very well with pork. So when we're waiting for our pork tenderloin to cook. And
It's like
then
a
you
roast
have
beef.
a red.
And then I have Insoglio, which has a cute little pig on it, and I love pigs. And
Farmer
it is
girl.
from Tuscan Valley, and it goes perfect and is yummy. And goes
Can you
down
believe
very
this is a
smooth.
farmer girl?
I am.
Yeah, she grew up on a farm, honestly.
I
Swear to
did.
you.
Or it
With
just
lots
goes
of
good
pigs.
with cooking.
And girlfriends.
And drinking. That's
Yes.
fine. Okay. So we are going to get to our little booby glasses a little bit later, but first I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
What do you
So, if you were dating somebody, I know you two are married,
Well, just
but
get
if
rid
you
of
were
the husband.
okay, so if you were dating somebody that had a tattoo of the ex's name on him somewhere, would you date him?
You know, I think I would say out loud that it wouldn't, but it's kind of like a scar, right? Like, I've got this scar from when I'm 3 years old, and I constantly remember every time I see it what happened. So, I mean,
But guys are simple. You got to remember.
See, I don't know if
I don't think they think that way.
I don't even know if I date someone with a tattoo, let alone a tattoo of the ex.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, so.
But you can change them because, like, what?
You can change them.
Well, no, what? Angelina Jolie was married to Billy Bob Thornton, and he had her.
That's a
name
whole
tattooed.
nother conversation.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, he changed it from Angelia to Angel.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And he is no angel, let me just tell you. I know that right now.
Okay, so let's take a little bit background. Would you date with somebody that has a tattoo of their ex?
I'm still getting past the tattoo.
Okay, so no, because
Okay.
you wouldn't even date a guy.
Yeah.
See, I would think that my first inclination would be that I wouldn't date somebody with a tattoo either, but I mean, love's love, right? So I mean, I know plenty of great guys that have tattoos.
Well, it's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
Because
Plenty of
I
great
just
guys.
started dating a new boy. I call them boys until they earn the man part.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. I just started dating a new boy, and he does have 2 tattoos, but they
What are they?
actually they're crosses, and they're mean something to him and his faith. Which is cool. I like that.
And the ex name?
But the problem is he has one on his ankle with a little heart, and it has his ex's name in it, Janice. Now, unless you're going to change that to Eunice, or you're going to do something weird with it, what are you going to do?
It's
but
not too painful to remove it.
honestly, I'm like, it doesn't bother me. It honestly does not bother me. He's smart. He's got a master's degree. It's not like he's, just because you have a tattoo doesn't mean.
You would think they would want to remove it before.
Well,
And
we
he
all-
did say that. He
and
did
we
say
all
that.
have a past, right?
Right.
So, I mean, he's obviously...
Just don't have it tattooed on my body.
Well, I mean, would it maybe be better if we all did? Maybe people would be
I don't
more
know. I don't think
compassionate.
it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Maybe more compassion. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I do.
I would say it would bother me to an extent, but if you're really in love with them, I mean, it's part of his past. We all have one, and like, let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It honestly doesn't.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well, cheers to the new guy you're dating.
Yeah,
Sounds
there you
good.
go. Awesome.
Can't wait to
So, I know. Cute. Anyway, so what I was going to say, I read this story in the news, and it was about this 14-year-old girl that killed another girl over a boy. Now, I have a 19-year-old girl, and I raised her basically that men are a luxury, not a necessity. Now, that does not mean that I don't like men. It doesn't mean man bashing. It just means
You want her to be
that
independent
I want her
and
to
be
be
able to take care of
independent
herself.
and not fight over a boy. Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. Why? Why do we raise our girls to do that?
I don't think we raise them. I think society I mean, look at everything that's going on around out there. I mean, the reality TV shows and, girls,
Yeah.
I mean, they're fighting over
They're
guys. They're
yeah,
pulling
cat
Yeah.
fights.
their
Serious
hair
cat
out.
fights.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're getting into serious cat fights. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you
The only
you
difference
are what
is-
you see, and so this is
Yeah,
what
and I
we're
don't
feeding
have
them.
any girls. I have just boys, but I teach them to be respectful to all the girls so that nobody really gets hurt. But
Yeah,
that's just
so-
ridiculous.
Yeah, actually killed a girl over a boy. That's crazy.
Well, and where are they getting the guns? I mean,
yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother debate.
That's Chicago.
it's true. It's worse than New York.
So when I was in high school, I can't remember, it was either my sophomore or junior year, I was dating a boy, and there was this girl that was crazy about him, and she would stalk me. Bullying would be the form of the word back when we were in high school, and she said that if I didn't break up with him, she was going to kill me. Now, it got so aggressive that the guidance counselor called me down, and instead of saying, hey, she's in trouble, it was, you need to break up with this boy.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Isn't that
how long
insane?
has this been
It's
going on?
insane.
It's been going on forever. So, I mean,
You just didn't get a gun pulled on
Huh.
you, but it
well,
could have been.
It could have been, and that's I'm sure what they were scared of. But I mean, that's the issue, right? So, this has been going on in some form for a really long time. I think we got to get to the point where it's like we need to know that you're worth something and that you don't have to kill. I mean, it goes back to your point when you talked about raising your daughter.
Yeah.
It's
You have to feel
sad.
really good about yourself and not dependent on another
Well, were
person.
you raised that way?
I was the old-fashioned farm girl, that, is kind of the old traditional, definitely raised to you look towards the man.
Yeah.
Well,
My mom, I mean, same
that's
thing. We
true.
were raised that,
That's true. And
men were first.
I think it's kind of a Midwest thing, too. I mean, if you're born and raised in the Midwest, you do that. I think, if you live in more progressive areas, it might not be so, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just think that you know, especially if you have girls.
To put so much emphasis in a relationship.
And you
that you're
just had a
willing
new little baby girl, Liv, which is adorable.
Well,
but
you guys
I mean,
know I'm
it's-
girl power crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost to the other extreme. You know what's interesting about that article when you pulled it out is the group of kids that were involved. So the gun got jammed. She handed the gun to another kid.
And he fixed it and handed it back.
Handed it back, and he knew that.
Here, let me help you shoot
Yeah.
him.
Right.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it goes back, I think, it's not just even about, you know, girls and dating. It's
Right.
this whole culture around what's acceptable and
Violence.
what's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
I agree. I agree. Well, that was deep, right? Okay. So
Bring it back.
we're going back to the wine, and we're going to give a Boob of the Week award. And
Well,
that goes to, Alicia has a story for that.
I've got a boob of the week. And you know what? It kind of goes towards this whole girl power and being independent, right? So I was asked to be a part of an investment board. And in order to be a part of this board, we had to raise money. And so it was interesting because it was a public event. And so right before the event got started, there was a baby boomer aged male who approached me up on the stage, and he said, so, how did you get up here? We have my family has a family business, and he said, was it your father-in-law's money? And it blew my mind that we're still here in 2014 that
Thinking that we rely on Big Daddy.
I have to go over here to get this, or it's this whole independence thing again, right? And so it just it moved me in a big way that I'm like, are you kidding me that this is still
He
happening?
really said that out loud.
Yeah.
Out loud.
Yeah.
He said it
Verbalize
out
that.
loud. So, I mean, there were even a couple of other things that happened throughout the event, but I couldn't believe he physically walked up to the stage. He looked me in the eyes and asked me if I only got there based on a family situation. And so I let him know, you know, blatantly that I'd raised every cent.
By
and
yourself.
by
right.
myself. And so, you know, we just need more women sticking together. And that's why I'm so proud that it was a group of women in our community that helped back
It was.
this
It was.
opportunity to
majority women.
It was awesome. So, anyways, he, Mr. Negative Man, deserves Boob of the Week, and
Boob of the
you
Week.
need to do some research on that. You know, women and men working together is how we're going to get this economy in a better place.
That's
so
right.
we
So-
were deep today, but
Cheers to the Boob of the
cheers to
Week.
Boob of the Week.
There you
And
go.
Alicia raising all that money. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we are going to see how our pork tenderloin turned out, and let me tell you, it's yummy. We're going to finish it up,
Grab our forks.
grab our forks,
And
we're going to eat totally. Yeah, we'll see you in a few.
Over 12,000 financial advisors. Over $700 billion in assets under care.
Let me just put this away.
How did Edward Jones get so big?
Could you teach our kids that trick?
By not acting that way.
Okay, last quarter.
It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
Hello, I'm Marianne Takis. I'm a certified Christian life coach and the owner of Coaching Women for Life. As a mom who's experienced a catastrophic illness with one of her children, I understand what it's like to face significant challenges. It's my goal to come alongside women who are feeling stuck or overwhelmed to help them find clear direction and to discover hope. Contact me at my website, coachingwomenforlife.com, by phone at 419-304-0432, and be sure to like us on Facebook.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, which makes your facility safe and more efficient. We recommend smart solutions, and people get where they're going. We bring new ideas and help you build your business. Fast Signs offers more than signs and graphics. We're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. For more information or to request a consultation, visit fastsigns.com.
Welcome back. We are actually going to taste our pork tenderloin, our honey apple balsamic glazed pork tenderloin with pears and onions.
Smells amazing.
Yeah, it calls for carrots. I like carrots. Oh, you don't, but you know, if you want something brighter, it would be a nice pop of color. So I was going to actually talk to you about cooking pork tenderloin.
Okay, that's new.
Yes, this is a thermometer. Introduction thermometer, girls.
Thank you.
I do that on my children.
Yes. No, this is for your meat. So you are going to, I suggest that you get a thermometer. It really helps you to cook it properly without having to guess. Now, I'm to the point really where I can kind of touch it and tell. But what you need to do is get a thermometer that actually not only tells you the temperature of it, but tells you what it's supposed to be. So pork, actually, they have lowered to 135. You take it out, you leave it rest, and it'll usually cook to about 140, 145. So that is perfect pork.
So that's a thermometer for dummies.
That is a thermometer. Exactly.
Perfect.
I'll pick that up along with my misto.
Yeah, there you go, right? Your little thing. So we've cut this.
Looks awesome.
It's really pretty inside. It could even be a little pinker, so don't freak out if it's got a little pink into it. So it's actually very good. And then actually what we're going to do, where's the goat cheese? I forgot the goat cheese.
Goat cheese, one of my favorites.
Freezer, that's where it's at.
And it's in the freezer
because I let it sit out too long and it was
you're just chilling
really
it a little
soft.
bit.
So I was just chilling it a little bit. So the easiest way, the cheapest way actually, is to buy a log of goat cheese. You can buy it already crumbled and then just pour it over the top, so you can make it super easy. But actually,
you can crumble it yourself.
You can crumble it yourself, and you just do this with a fork. It's super simple. Now, goat cheese is very creamy. It goes with everything. Goat cheese is it's not real pungent either, which is why most people I think like it. I love it. I use it a lot. Yeah, you can, or you can slice it and eat it, right? All right, so I am going to cut a little piece.
So
for
what side
all
items
my
would
friends.
you do with this one?
You know, I go back to, you can do broccoli, you can do asparagus. The broccoli, what I'll do is put a little wild tree lemon pepper on and do it that way.
A pear with a little bit of the pork and see how that tastes.
Awesome. The pear is amazing with this. It gives us a little sweetness.
I love the pear.
I need the cheese.
Look at it, right? That's so good.
On Grub Club, we don't care about talking with your mouth full.
Okay.
Or cheese dripping out of it.
It's very good. So that is I can't even talk. That is our show for the day. And I hope you enjoy your glazed pork tenderloin. And cheers, girls, to another great Grub Club.
Awesome. Cheers.